So in just a few moments, we'll get started, but we wanted you to know that we're here and ready to go. Just getting ready to push the final couple of buttons here and get ready for the presentation. This is WQA Essentials, the Water Quality Association. And we're ready to begin. And hello, I'm Wes Bleed, Marketing and Communications Director at the Water Quality Association. And thanking you for joining us for WQA Essentials, a new webinar series from WQA. I'm joined by Tanya Lubner, PhD and WQA's Professional Certification and Training Director. And Tanya, great to join you for this first webinar of the year.
Great to be here, Wes.
And for those who have joined us, thank you for taking the time to be with us today. And our topic, getting the most out of your convention experience. And the convention we're talking about, of course, is the upcoming WQA Convention and Exposition, which will be held in Denver, March 26th through the 29th. Go to wqa.org/convention for all of the details and, of course, to register. And by the way, if you register by the end of January 31st, you will be entered in a special drawing, and the winner gets a $250 Southwest Airlines gift card. Again, go to wqa.org/convention. Well, Tanya, it's hard to believe convention is a little over 2 months away.
I know, it's coming up really fast.
And we are going to try to help people today just really understand everything they need to know, from education sessions to how to read the schedule online before they go, everything like that, so that they can get the most out of the convention. So what can we expect?
Well, Wes, as you know, the WQA Convention is the only national and international event that's dedicated to point of use, point of entry water treatment. We've got over 200 exhibitors, nearly 3,500 attendees. It's one-stop shopping for building your business, your skills, and your network. And the various education sessions, the committee meetings, the networking events are all set up to help you accomplish these goals.
All right, and we're going to be covering a lot of this information, but if you have a question along the way, go ahead and type it in the chat window. We will try to answer many of these questions during or after the main presentation. So Tanya, take it away.
Sure. And of course, you know, the most important thing about getting the most out of convention is going to depend on what you put into it. So that's why I wanted to give a little bit of a flavor for what to expect on the various days, and then we'll go through some of the tools that will help you organize your visit and make sure that you do get the most out of it. We're kicking off convention with a special pre-show day-long seminar that we're calling Business Operations Boot Camp. And the focus of this boot camp is on some foundational issues such as strategic planning, cutting overhead, and some ever-present personnel issues. And not only are we going to touch on the foundational portions, we're also going to look at some new ideas. There is a separate fee for this event. It's in addition to the convention registration, and you can register for it as you register for a convention. And please do keep in mind that space for this event is limited. So you want to get your registration in today. Following the boot camp, on Monday, March 26th, we kick off a full day of education and committee meetings. And we're going to start the morning with former House Majority Leader Dick Gephardt to get an overview of hot topics facing the industry and get a feel for how the political climate might impact that. Our afternoon education sessions kick off with Tim Miles, who's going to talk about successful leadership strategies that you're not going to find in the business books. In between, we'll hit on the challenges and opportunities that we're dealing with right now, and it's everything from hiring and firing to using point-of-use RO to fuel sales. It's from softener efficiency to perfluorinated compounds and to the surprisingly growing area of water for poultry. On Tuesday, in addition to the morning education sessions and the commercial industrial section meetings, we have our premier event, which is the opening general session with Emmy-winning Emmy Award-winning writer, comedian, and TV host Ross Schaefer. And the LA Times has written about Ross. They said that he marries the perfect humor with the take-home message American business craves. It should be a really great session.
We'll also have the industry awards, and David LaFrance from the American Waterworks Association is also going to be joining us on stage for a roundtable discussion. So that should be very interesting about the issues that our associations have in common and ways that we can talk about moving ahead together.
That should be very exciting. We've worked for a long time to bring the two associations into conversation, so it's a big step for us. Of course, right after the opening general session, the trade show opens up. We've got 220 exhibitors and counting. They're still getting their applications in. And the trade show really does offer a treasure trove of expertise on applications, on products, on services, everything tailored for the point of use, point of entry water treatment industry. It's also where you're going to find WQA Central and staff from all the various departments. You can get answers on membership benefits, sign up for membership, sign up for modular education program, my personal favorite, and also check on your professional certification credits. The trade show program includes the hands-on control valve training and also a couple education sessions that are going to take place right in the exhibitor's booth. And once that full day wraps up, we're going to take you to the welcome reception at the Wynkoop Brewery. It's a great networking event, and it is included as part of the convention registration.
So we'll actually be going off-site for that.
We are. We're going to
Terrific.
provide transportation for that. It should be a lot of fun. Wednesday's education program is going to highlight an important recent innovation in reverse osmosis, and that is increased water efficiency for residential systems. We're going to have a panel of manufacturers to talk about those improvements. And Wednesday morning, we also have the dealer and the manufacturer section meetings. And I mentioned the commercial industrial is happening the day before. The section meetings are forums for issues that are specific to these various segments of the WQA membership. And they have been known to generate some very lively discussions. I strongly encourage attendance at those. And of course, Wednesday is another opportunity to visit the trade show floor and catch all of the exhibitors that you couldn't get to on Tuesday. And we're going to close out convention on Thursday with a focus on commercial applications of water treatment for coffee and beer applications. And of course, we can't talk about water treatment for beer without taking an opportunity to tour a local brewery and decide for ourselves how good that water is. I do want to remind our Canadian visitors that the Canadian WQA is going to be offering a training course on Thursday on the design portion of the CWQA certification. You can find more information on that at cwqa.com under events. Again, that one is also a separate registration. So that was cwqa.com events.
All right, so if you are near a computer, and I assume you are, because you wouldn't otherwise be probably watching us and listening to us, but you need to go to wqa.org/convention for all of the details about what Tanya's just been talking about. Tanya, what a terrific program you and your team have lined up. That's fantastic. But go there for the details, and you'll be talking a little bit more about how they can actually find the education sessions that they want to go to.
Right, I'm going to do a very quick tour of the website, show you why it's useful in planning your visit. And it's more than just the fact that it lists all of those various events. So when you go to wqa.org/convention, you're going to see a number of tabs across the top. And if you click on the Education tab, you will get a drop-down menu. And the first item on that menu is the schedule of events. Clicking on that schedule of events is going to bring up the full list by day of everything that's going on at conventions. The meetings, it's the education sessions. And something I want to point out is that the education sessions, many of them are grouped under tracks. So you might see that ion exchange, efficiency, and applications. Notice that it goes from 9 to 12, that particular section, and obviously it is not a 3-hour lecture. So if you click on that Ion Exchange and Efficiency Applications, you're going to get the drop-down menu of the presentations that make up that particular session. And if you want more details on each presentation, you can click on it. I'm going to grab that first one, Maximizing Efficiency. And when you click on it, you get the description of the presentation as well as information on the speaker. Now, there are a couple of different ways that you can work your way through the schedule. Whatever seems to make the most sense to you, you can, by clicking on the sessions up on the left, you can see the options. You can browse by date, by track. If you, let's say, decide to go by track, you get a list of all the various educational tracks at convention. You can see in parentheses the number of presentations that fit into each one. And again, selecting a particular track like drinking water treatment and clicking on it, you can see all the presentations that make it up. And clicking on the presentation again gives you the details for that presentation.
Just to make sure people understand, the CPD and the number by that indicates what?
That is the amount of continuing education credit available for our certified personnel who attend these sessions. And our certified personnel will be getting an email shortly that explains how we're going to track credit at conventions. A little different this year, hopefully a little easier, but that will be forthcoming.
Great.
All right, what I want to point out are these stars over on the right-hand side next to the titles. This is the true utility of this website. The stars, as you can probably guess, let you favorite and save a particular session to an itinerary. But in order to do that, you do have to be registered for convention first, because in order to save that itinerary, to create it, you need to have your order number and your badge number. Once you do that, once you have your sessions favorited, you can do the same thing with the list of exhibitors. You will be able to access that in the show app. The show app becomes available about 2 weeks prior to the trade show, and you can have in the palm of your hand all of your sessions that you want to attend and all of your exhibitors. I'm showing a screenshot from the 2017 app, and you can see the My Schedule up at the top and exhibitors if you scroll down through the app. If I click on My Schedule, I'm going to see my starred sessions, the ones that I favorited, listed. I'm going to scroll down a little bit again, and let's say we do this Connected Home. And I'm pointing this one out because we have a follow-up. The Connected Home last year, we had standing room only attendance. And we're doing a follow-up on that this year with lessons learned. Internet of Things is still a little new for our industry, and it's got some pros and cons. But clicking on that session is going to bring up, again, the description, similar to what we saw on the website. It's going to give me the list of speakers. It's going to describe what the session is about. And down in the lower right-hand corner, that triangle icon is going to give me the opportunity to preview the slides, assuming the speaker has uploaded them, which they will be doing before the app comes out. And I can take a look at what the speaker is going to be discussing before I go to the session. And this is nice if there are a couple of concurrent sessions that you're trying to choose between. You can take a look at the slides and see which one is of greater interest. It can also help you prepare your questions for the speaker once you're there. And if you don't get an opportunity to ask the speaker your questions while you're in the session, it's a great way to break the ice when you run into them in the hallway or at that networking event.
And this is a good point where I could maybe suggest that if they can't get to everything, will there be recordings again this year?
We are going to be recording the majority of our sessions. You'll be able to access them in the app and on the website afterwards. I treat these as my personal podcasts. I have a long commute to and from work, and I will listen to these in the app in the car and catch up on everything that I missed at convention. I wanted to just show what the exhibitor favorites will look like in the app. So if you go through the website and you go through the list of exhibitors and pick your favorites, when you get to the app and click on the exhibitors section, you will see again all of your starred exhibitors. And by clicking on floor plan down at the bottom here, you will get a map of the show. You can get a bigger picture of that. And if you take a look at all of those yellow booths, those are the ones that I had starred. So it's a nice, easy way to navigate. Convention can be pretty disoriented, and it is helpful to make sure that you come prepared, and this is a great way to do it. And this way, by doing a little bit of preparation in advance, you are sure to get a better return on your investment.
And right in the middle of that map is WQA Central. I think we talked about that earlier. WQA Central is the place where all WQA resources and information will be available. You'll want to stop on by, say hello, and ask your questions or pick up whatever information you need right then and there, right at WQA Central, right in the middle of the trade show floor. All right, and we might as well also mention that this is an opportunity to join WQA, because when you join, you automatically get the member price for joining, for attending, I should say, the convention and signing up. So if you're considering going to convention and you are not a member, join at the same time. You will get the member price.
And there are a number of other benefits that you get as a member. I want to point out the access to our online knowledge base. You get a $100 coupon that you could use toward training. So really a great opportunity. And if you're not sure what those member benefits are, stop by WQA Central and talk to our staff, and they will be more than happy to give you guidance on that.
Right, and of course right now, WQA.org/membership will also get you a lot of the information you probably need. Well, Tanya, this has been a very thorough overview of how to navigate convention, how to get the most out of your convention experience. I appreciate everything you've done to put this together for us.
My pleasure.
This has been our inaugural webinar for the WQA Essentials webinar series. Something new this year, one of our new expanded benefits at WQA. And so we will have these over the course of the year. We're looking at up to 10 webinars. And Tanya, what we're planning is we're going to have some that are more business operations focused and some which are more technical, more water industry, you might say, focused.
Absolutely. We're working hard on expanding our available business education, on making sure that we're providing our members the support that they need. And as far as the technical webinars, for those of you that are certified, there's the option of getting continuing education credit with those as well.
All right, so be on the lookout for more information, either in the WQA update each week or other emails, or right online at WQA.org for more information about the WQA Essentials webinar series. So thank you for joining us. For Tanya Lubner, this is Wes Bleed. Thanks for watching. Until next time, so long from WQA.